All right, it is the morning of business here on May 2nd, 2018, and as you may know, Tesla is going to release their earnings today, and this is a big deal for people. I guess they're saying it's going to sink or swim. Stock's going to rise or sink based on this evidence, based on whatever they put out today. See, they're expecting here in the first 3 months that Wall Street expects Tesla to lose $3.28 per share on revenue of $3 billion. This compares, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, it says CEO Elon Musk's goal of making the first affordable luxury car for the masses continues to be drowned by prolonged worries about the company's cash position and struggles with Model 3 production. There's an internal letter mailed out this week or sent out this week saying they want to ramp up to 6,000 cars a week. I think we've mentioned that previously here recently. And calling that target aggressive would be an understatement, given that Tesla was previously targeting 5,000 Model 3 units by the end of the second quarter. The company's first attempt at producing a mass-market vehicle beat the Detroit heavyweights, General Motors and Ford, and has hit several bumps in the road. To the extent it can achieve this new production goal without pushing it back again, Tesla stock will take off. So that's the big thing. Of course, all the negative naysayers, and there's plenty of them out there, saying that this is never going to happen. They're never going to reach that. The truck's a bunch of BS. It'll never surface either, or neither will the Roadster. They're saying all kinds of stuff. We just don't know. And says that's a big if, given that Tesla's ability to ramp up Model 3 production will cost tons of money. According to recent estimates, Tesla spends some $80,000 to build each Model 3, while the car will retail for $35,000. That's if they do that. You may have heard that Monroe, this company that tears down cars, they did a study of the Model 3, and they say it will cost nowhere near $35,000 to build that car. Way more than that, they say, because of all the parts that are in it. But of course, as you know, and as I know, the way automakers work, and they didn't mention this, is that they put the parts in the expensive cars and they trickle down to the cheaper cars because the parts become a lot less money to produce. And I think that's what's going on here. They didn't mention that. Let me know in the comments what you think. Okay? But it says it's nearly half the prices of the Model S and X, and it's nearly half the price of the Model. I'm raising doubts whether Tesla can. Okay, they're also saying that Monroe, I think, actually said that a $35,000 Model 3 will be about as rare as hen's teeth. I think that's what they said. And they may be right. It may be just a sales leader, a marketing thing. But I think that they will bring the cost of the parts down. That's not what's being talked about. Yes, the current cost of the parts is expensive, and they're only building the bigger battery, which is $50,000 to $60,000 cars that are coming out of the factory. But I think that will drop. And they're not going to just necessarily just push it off to the Model Y, but I think the Model Y will probably be built in China to cut costs even further, is my guess. That's even though that Model 3 is actually the most American car you can buy, and we will be hearing about that this year, I am sure, because I think every single part in that car is built in the United States, including the batteries, which are built at the Gigafactory. All right, well, the main metrics Wall Street will focus on will be production and deliveries, and of course, I've also mentioned production and deliveries. Tesla has zero inventory now. They have no vehicles to test drive. Not only Model 3s, but Model S and Xs. They sold all those off at the end of the last quarter, before the end of Q1, to bring their numbers up, to bring their delivery numbers up, okay? And that was not made public, but I know that happened because people who had S and Xs on the ordering line, they were offered big discounts to buy inventory S and Xs, and that's why they have no S and Xs left in inventory, and none of them for people to have as loaner cars. That was not reported very widely, but that's what happened, and that was an effort to pump up numbers. I think mainly because Model 3 production was so slow, but also I think it's also a great business strategy that a car company does not have any inventory. It's a dramatic reduction in cost. It makes everything more efficient. What do you think? Let me know in the comments on that too. It says here that the good news, they reported deliveries of 34,000. They already reported the number of deliveries, so we're waiting on profit or loss numbers only, which is about a 40% jump. And we're also waiting on production numbers for Model 3. That's what's going to be released in this report. So Tesla doubters have argued these gains can't continue, but I wouldn't be so quick to make that call. In the previous week, Elon Musk said the company is able to produce 2,020 cars in just 7 days. That amounts to some 6,500 cars per month, and it needs no capital raise to do that. That's what Elon Musk has been saying. They're not going to need to raise money. They're not going to go bankrupt. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And of course, we'll know more this afternoon. In other words, the tweaks the company has made in its production strategy, particularly in the automation process, has begun to pay off. With stock down 23% from 52-week high, we already know that. I bought some stock when it dropped down. I expect Tesla to drive higher after results, and I would call shotgun. All right, well, that's a pretty good review of the outlook of the stock. What do you guys think? Let me know, and let me know in the comments what you think the profit or loss will be, and we'll see who's right. Thanks for watching.